The DigiTB solution has 5 tabs which consist of healthcare facilities, patients, contacts, reporting, support and user management. We will firstly visit the Healthcare Facilities tab, where all the registered healthcare facilities have been captured according to facility name, district, and sub-district. If a facility has not been captured, you can add the facility by clicking Create and completing the fields as indicated. If you click on the View button, it will open a new screen which will reflect all information regarding patients registered and disease classifications of the selected healthcare facility. You can also view the patient list of the patients who have been registered at the specific healthcare facility by clicking the Patients button. Here you can also add a new patient to the healthcare facility by selecting the Create button and completing all the necessary fields reflected on the screen. Here you have the option to edit the patient, to edit or add the patient's movements, or to add the contacts to the patient's profile, who can be viewed under the Contacts tab. The blue markers on the map indicate places visited by the patient and where contact may have occurred. When you revert to the patient's screen, you can click on the number that appears on the map. This will open a number of red markers on the map which will indicate the position of the persons infected with TB. You can then proceed to capture an assessment for the patient by clicking on the Assessments tab. Here you will be able to view the patient's previous assessments and you will be able to capture a new assessment for the patient. Once you have completed all the required fields, you can submit the assessment by clicking the Submit button. You can then proceed to the TB Registration tab, where you will be able to add, view, or update the patient's disease category, case identification, disease classification, TB diagnosis, and infection grading. Once completed, you can view the phase of the TB being treated. You can add, view, or update a patient's medication type and dosage by selecting the Create button. Here you can select the medication and enter the dosage of the medication or edit the prescribed medication and dosage. You can update the patient's TB treatment outcomes by selecting the appropriate option from the drop-down menu. Appointments. When selecting the Appointments tab, it will show all the information of the patient. It will indicate whether appointments have been attended or whether appointments have been missed. It will also show any future or pending appointments for the patient. The Appointments functionality is also enabled under the VOT and DOT tabs. VOT. To connect to a patient via video observation treatment, you simply click the Go button under the Create Session text on the left-hand side of the screen. The patient will then receive a push notification on their mobile phone, after which they will tap on the DigiTB icon and enter their identity number in order to join the call. Both the patient and healthcare worker are visible to one another and can also hear one another. The healthcare worker can view the patient's assessments and also verify treatment compliance by asking the patient how many pills the patient has left. The pill count will only be displayed on the healthcare worker's screen, and if there is any discrepancy in the number of pills that are left, the healthcare worker can capture comments in the comments box. The healthcare worker can then also proceed to schedule or edit an appointment for the patient. In order to end the call, both participants will select the Leave Room option displayed on the screen. DOT. Should the patient be visited at his or her home or opt to visit the clinic, the DOT treatment option will be selected and the information entered and captured as indicated on the screen.